Konish, and I am a senior double majoring in theatrical design and interior design. And this year for the Student New Works Festival, I wrote Chomp, and I also wrote and designed Gray. I learned a lot, actually. I learned how to be able to work between the different departments in a developmental stage versus when we have an already published script where there's precedent set and all of that sort of stuff. So this time coming around and coming through it, it's our vision with the vision of the playwright, with the vision of the other designers and the directors, and it's just a totally different atmosphere than what I'm used to working with. Let's see, I think the most challenging thing about Chomp has been more watching what happens once the play is out of my hands and like seeing how other people are interpreting it. And it's not a bad challenge, it's just an interesting challenge that I didn't think about. Like, when I was writing it for playwriting class, I didn't think it was going to be one of the plays going into the festival. And so seeing it come to life and seeing the actors take it in a way that I never thought it can go, and being so surprised by it. So more of a good challenge, but still something that I wasn't anticipating having to feel when writing the show. And I'd say the biggest challenge with Gray, it would probably would have to be, oh, there are so many. Okay, the biggest challenge with Gray would have to be the short rehearsal process for such a big show. But I commend my actors, I commend the director, I commend all the other designers for getting it done and doing it amazingly. And I'm in love with all of them.
Up, up, and away.
Doug.
Chomp.
Dinosaurs.
Red.
Andy.
The town musicians of Hackensack.
Confusion.
Soaring souls.
Angel wings.
A kiss and a coat rack.
Hilarity.
Gray.
Gunshot.
Dora's key.
Books.
Fish and ducks.
Nemo.
A raisin in the bun.
Zombies. Getting into dress rehearsals and tech and seeing everything get on their feet. For me, the most amazing part about theater is seeing the aftermath of all of the work and seeing the true magic that is theater. To quote Blanche from Streetcar and from Gray, I don't want realism, I want magic.
Could you talk a little bit about, I guess, with both of your plays, one of them you started working on a year ago.
This is true.
And the other one you started working on in the fall. So do you want to talk about a little bit about like the relationship between time from beginning a project to getting it on stage?
Yeah, so of course, because I've written both, they're both very important to me and they have a very special place. Chomp is the cutest thing that I've ever written, and I am attached to it, and seeing it get through to this point is magical and amazing, but at the same time, it doesn't hold the same amount of weight as Gray does, because I've been working on it for so long, and I wrote something and originally designed it for a much smaller space, and then when I found out that it was being staged for my senior thesis, I got to step back and go, okay, now I designed something and I wrote a deconstruction, and I have to take that and, excuse the term, deconstruct that set and put it together in another place. And so being able to take that whole process from point A to point B to point C, back to point B, to get to a different point C, and getting to see all of that come together has probably been the most interesting process I've gone through.